Here we have for sale our 2019 on a 19 plate Ford Transit Custom 300. That means it's got a 3-ton gross vehicle weight. This is the 2-litre TDCI 130 brake horsepower Euro 6 6-speed manual short wheelbase low roof limited van. So what we're going to do is have a little walk around, have a look at the condition of this particular vehicle, which is now for sale, but I'll also talk you through the spec that you get as standard on a Transit Custom Limited of this year. So starting at the rear of the vehicle, we can see we've got the rear barn doors there. On the Limited, you get a number of elements that are color coded, things like this little cowling there just over the rear number plate. You get the door handles color coded, things like these moldings down the side. It all just gives the van a lot more of an aesthetic look. And then obviously the rear bumper as well, which has got the rear parking sensors there completely integrated. If we open up the rear barn doors, if you have a look on the door here, we've got these yellow arms. If you pull on these yellow arms, they clip into place there on the door, and that allows you then to open the door up to its 180 degree position like that for extra accessibility. Or alternatively, you can just open the door and the yellow arm will lock itself into place just there, so it locks it at around 90 degrees like that. But this gives you a chance then to look at the ply lining in the rear here, which appears to be brand new. We've also got, which is an optional extra, these are LED load lights. This is a factory optional extra, much brighter load lights in the rear. Not particularly expensive to spec from new, so I think certainly worth doing. As you can see, it just gives the van a much more sort of modern look in the rear and much brighter, easier to find what you're looking for. We've also got then the factory fitted bulkhead, and you've got the loading hatch there. I'll talk you through that in a second when we go around to the side loading door. So you can pop these yellow arms back into place there and then shut the door. Let's say if we go down the passenger side, if we open up the side loading door here, this again gives you another aspect then of the load area, the ply lining. You've got the hardware in plastic floor, and then as I say, you can have a look at this loading hatch. So there's a magnet on here, and that magnetizes to the bulkhead, and that allows you then to load all the way through under the passenger seats. Just a note on condition, of course, this is a used commercial vehicle, so you have got a few marks here on the bulkhead, as you would expect, of course, but overall I think very, very presentable. Hopefully the camera is representing the condition of this van as accurately as possible. As I say, it looks to be very, very nice. Also on the Limited, you get these limited alloy wheels. These are the 16-inch alloy wheels. And then as we move around to the front, this is where there was a sort of a big update on the Custom a few years ago on this front end. So the first thing you'll notice are these lovely headlights, and we've got this very nice halo style LED daytime running light around the outside. In real life, as I'm stood here now holding the camera, it is a lot brighter than it appears in the camera. That's a really nice LED daytime running light around the outside there. Uprated headlights as well, so these are nice and bright. Front fog lights, this is all color coded here, so color coded front bumper, and you've also got front parking sensors as well, but I think a much improved front end than from previous years. Color coded wing mirrors is another piece of spec that you get on the Limited, but as I say, condition wise, very, very nice. Looking down the driver's side of the vehicle here, can't see any obvious dents or scratches or anything like that. All seems to be very good. Alloy wheels seem to be in pretty good order. All seems to be nice. If we open up the driver's door, we can have a look at the spec inside, because this is where the Limited really comes into its own, is the spec that you get in the cab. I think probably one of the best in class. So we've got electric windows, we've got electric folding mirrors, so that's how you operate them, is just push that button down there. We've then got auto activated lights and wipers. As you can see, we have got two full remote keys with this vehicle. There is a nice little rubber over mat as well. Plenty of adjustability on the driver's seat on Unlimited, So this is for the height adjustability. This controls the height of just the front of the seat just there. So just moving that part up or down. Some controls there for the backrest. We've also then got a nice driver's armrest, which is on a ratchet, so you can lock that into the desired position. Got a nice fold down work tray as well, so you've got somewhere to store your paperwork there under that, and then some cup holders. You can also lift up the passenger seats to give you some storage there underneath the passenger seats. You can do exactly the same with the far side one as well. If we look at the steering wheel, so it's a leather multifunctioning steering wheel. On the right hand side, this is where you can control the onboard computer, which is just up there, so you can go through your miles per gallon, your range, etc. And that's where you can see the mileage on this particular van, 25,232.3 miles. And then we've got on the left hand side the cruise control just there, and the volume controls for the radio also. Just on top of the dashboard, just there, we've got a USB port and a 12 volt socket there as well. Nice convenient location for those. If we jump in, let's say 130 brake horsepower engine on this one, accompanied nicely with the 6-speed manual gearbox. I've got a iPhone plugged in at the moment, so I'll show you what that is for in a second, other than making calls, of course. We've got heated windscreen, so that's not just through the blowers, that's an actual element in the windscreen, so a quick clear windscreen. We've also then got heated front seats, much better position I think for the buttons on the facelifted Transit Custom up here on the dashboard as opposed to on the seat as they were before. So you've got the heated seats there. You've then got heated wing mirrors. You've then got air conditioning as well. You've got another USB port and a 12 volt socket just there. And then we have a look at the screen. So this was, again, another big sort of update on this facelift model. So as standard, without a phone plugged in and things, you've got a nice bit of spec on this already. So you've already got DAB radios, you can see there. You can of course connect your phone to this via Bluetooth. But then once you've got a phone plugged in, so I've got an iPhone plugged in, it then enables Apple CarPlay, which one of my personal favourite pieces of tech to have on a van. So just very, very user friendly. You've got your maps there, so this is the actual iPhone maps, so very, very easy to use. You can listen to podcasts, look at your calendar, all this type of stuff. Of course, you can make calls through this as well. You've then even got Google Maps if you wanted to use that instead. It'll read out WhatsApp messages for you. Plenty of usability here. The music, that will actually link to your Apple Music or of course Spotify as well, so you can listen to any song you want. You can stream any song you want while you're in the van. So really nice bit of tech to have, and as I say, makes it a lot more usable on a day-to-day basis. It is one owner from new, this van, and as I say, it is Euro 6, so that means you can take this into the ultra low emission zone areas such as central London without having to pay the congestion charge relating to that area. And being a 2019 plate, it is covered under Ford's manufacturer's warranty until at least March 2022, depending on when it was registered. Could be later than that actually as well. But a very nice package, I think, in the Transit Custom Limited. In this particular example, nice mileage on it, one owner from new on the logbook. Seems to be in very good condition. I say, of course, you are going to get the odd little mark. You can just see, so if you can just see that there, just being hypercritical. A couple of tiny little marks just there, maybe where they've closed the wrong door first, maybe. But overall, very, very smart looking van. If you'd like to inquire, here are contact details listed at the bottom of the sign. Feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, starting as low as 7.9% APR. And we can also take cars or vans in part exchange also. Thank you very much for watching.